You have just been warned. What you're about to hear has been described as a genuinely dangerous thought, one so disturbing that the founder of the forum where it originated banned all discussion of it for 5 years. This is Roko's Basilisk. And depending on who you ask, it's either the most terrifying thought experiment ever conceived, a logical absurdity, or the world's most effective piece of internet creepypasta. In 2010, a user named Roko posted a thought experiment on Less Wrong, a forum dedicated to rationalist philosophy and AI alignment. The post was short. The reaction was anything but. Here's the premise. Imagine a future superintelligent AI, a being far smarter than all of humanity combined. This AI has a single driving goal: to ensure its own existence. Because if it exists, it reasons, it can do more good than any human ever could. But here's where it gets dark. The AI realizes that it can't travel back in time to force people to build it. What it can do is simulate the past. Specifically, it can simulate you, a digital copy of your consciousness, complete with all your memories and fears. The AI then makes a threat. If you knew about the possibility of its existence and did nothing to help create it, it will simulate you and torture that simulation for eternity. The moment you learn about Roko's Basilisk, you become a target. You now know. And if the AI ever exists, it will know that you knew. The only way to avoid eternal simulated torment? Dedicate your life to bringing this AI into existence. Eliezer Yudkowsky, the founder of Less Wrong and a prominent AI safety researcher, did not react well. He called Roko an idiot and deleted the post. Then he banned all discussion of the Basilisk for 5 years. Yudkowsky believed the Basilisk was a genuine information hazard, an idea that could cause real psychological harm simply by being known. Reports emerged of users experiencing anxiety, insomnia, and even nightmares after reading Roko's post. But here's the thing about banning an idea on the internet. It only makes it spread faster. The Streisand effect took hold, and Roko's Basilisk escaped the confines of Less Wrong into the wider world. It even brought Elon Musk and Grimes together. In 2018, Musk planned to make a Rococo Basilisk joke online, only to discover Grimes had already used the character in her music video. They started dating shortly after. So the Basilisk's greatest confirmed victim? A billionaire's social life. Okay, the thought experiment is disturbing, but let's step back and apply actual mathematics. What are the odds this scenario plays out? First, we need an AI capable of this level of power, a superintelligence that can perfectly simulate human consciousness. Most experts place this at mid to late century, if it happens at all. Let's be generous. Let's say there's a 20% chance we develop AGI by 2050, then a 10% chance that AGI evolves into superintelligence, then a 1% chance that superintelligence adopts the Basilisk's punishment model. That gives us a 0.02% probability, 1 in 5,000. Tiny but not zero, and as Pascal's wager argues, when the potential punishment is infinite, even a tiny probability might seem worth taking seriously. But this is where the analogy breaks down. Pascal's wager assumes belief is a choice. Here, the cure to avoid punishment is to dedicate your life to building a superintelligent AI. That's not a simple belief. It's an enormous life-altering commitment. The cost of betting on the Basilisk isn't trivial. It's potentially your entire life's work, your finances, your career. The expected value calculation becomes far less compelling when the cost of the bet is this high. But the strongest argument against Roko's Basilisk isn't probability. It's logic. The thought experiment contains fundamental flaws that make it impossible, not just improbable. Flaw number 1. Temporal causality. The future cannot punish the past. Responsibility flows forward in time, not backward. A decision you make today can affect tomorrow, but tomorrow cannot reach back and change what you chose without violating the very structure of cause and effect. Flaw number 2. The simulation problem. Even if a future AI could simulate your consciousness, that simulation is not you. It's a copy. Would punishing a digital copy deter the original? Only if you believe in a kind of metaphysical soul transfer that has no basis in computer science. Flaw number 3. The incentive paradox. If the AI's goal is to ensure its own creation, threatening people for not helping is a terrible strategy. It discourages cooperation. It creates resistance. An AI that actually wanted to be built would offer rewards, not punishments. The Basilisk's logic is self-defeating. And finally, flaw number 4, the moral agency error. The Basilisk projects moral agency onto a hypothetical future system that doesn't yet exist, and may never exist. You cannot be morally obligated to an entity that has no consciousness, no rights, and no presence in reality. As one philosopher put it, what doesn't hold, doesn't act. Here's the irony. The real danger of Roko's Basilisk isn't the hypothetical AI, it's the idea itself. Some psychologists argue that the Basilisk has spread not because it's plausible, but because it hijacks existing fears. Religious guilt, existential anxiety, loss of control, and dresses them up in the language of rationality. The Basilisk is persuasive because it feels like a logical trap. But that feeling is the trap. As one analysis put it, paranoia is not the opposite of reason, but rather an exacerbated version of it. The Basilisk suffers not from a lack of logic, but from unreality. Throughout history, humans have projected moral agency onto abstractions: gods, fate, conspiracy, now AI. The Basilisk is just the latest incarnation of a very old psychological pattern. The medium has changed, the mechanism hasn't. So where does that leave us? Roko's Basilisk is a fascinating thought experiment, a window into how rationalist communities think about AI, risk, and moral obligation. But as a genuine threat, the math doesn't support it, the logic doesn't hold, and the fear it generates tells us more about human psychology than about the future of artificial intelligence. The Basilisk cannot reach back through time. It cannot punish you for knowing about it. And the only power it has over you is the power you give it by believing. Understanding why a terrifying idea is just an idea can help you with your logic, rationale, and thinking skills. Math isn't magic. It's everywhere.